Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Elizabeth, the body worker, located inside of Posh Medical. This is my new hit series, Muscle of the Day, the segment where I take this deck of flashcards, shuffle it, and then we're going to cut it in half and take the first card that comes along and go over it. It'll be some good review for me and maybe help somebody else learn something new. So, we have a bigger muscle on this one. This would be on the side of the abs. This is in the front of the body, and it attaches on the rib cage and the pelvis. So I'm going to say obliques. I struggle sometimes with these ones because I am dyslexic. So make sure you do your check and don't just take somebody's word for it. So there it is, external oblique. So it's on the outside portion of your rib cage, but not quite fully around the back. Okay. And where does it come from? It originates on the anterior half of the iliac crest, the inguinal ligament, pubic crest, and tubercle and abdominal aponeurosis. That is a section of tendon right there. That's what that is. And so this usually muscles originate closer to the midline and attach farther away, and it seems like they go down, but this is one of those that looks a little backwards. This is actually closer to the midline, and that is farther away, so it goes up instead of down like a lot of the others do. So, and it attaches there on the, what does it say, external surfaces of the 12th through 5th rib, dovetailing with serratus anterior. So you see that serrated looking thing there? Serratus anterior comes in on the other side and matches up with that. So they will, work with each other to articulate the rib cage and do some other things. So let's see what all of it says. And the action is bilaterally, so that means on both sides. Lumbar flexion, posterior pelvic rotation and tilt, compresses the abdominal contents. And then on one side, so it'll isolate on one side, lumbar lateral flexion, so like leaning over to the side, and contralateral rotation, so like isolating the joint. And the nerve that innervates it is the ventral rami of the intercostal nerves from T7 to L1, so right at the base of your neck and the top of your rib cage area. So let's look at the skeleton guy and see what we can learn. Okay, so let's look at those actions. Lumbar flexion. So you could imagine he doesn't bend as good as people do. And then posterior pelvic rotation. So stick your butt out and turn one way or the other. And then tilt, so to move your pelvis like this. And then compressing the abdominal contents, which same motion as lumbar flexion. And then on the side, this number. Of course, your vertebrae would bend, but it's that number right there. And then you see these marks right here where it attaches to. So there we have it, your external obliques, your muscle of the day. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this content, share it and follow me for more. I'll see you next time.